Welcome to Craft It Sweetly. In this video, I'll show you how to create this book fold with a vase. There's no measuring, no marking whatsoever. And then for the flowers, I do have separate videos for the various different flowers in this tutorial here. So I won't go into the flower making portion of it, but I just wanted to show you mainly how to fold this. And then once you have it folded, then you can add your choice of flowers. Some of these are just silk accent pieces, but the majority of them are paper flowers. So let's get right into it. This project will not involve any kind of measuring or cutting. So it's a book folding without having to do either. The measure, mark, and fold, you still have to measure. This one, we're not. It's sort of, think of it as freestyle book folding. And you can leave, really any size book will work with this. And then if you want to leave some blank pages at the end, at the beginning, make sure you leave just as many blank pages at the end. So I've skipped one page, let's say 2 pages. So that'll be the 2 pages. Now for starting with this, what we'll do is you want to create a vase from it. And you can kind of fold whatever, however you want, but I wanted to create a vase that had a little bit of a base to it. And this is inspired by someone in one of the Facebook groups. I'm not sure how she does it, but I kind of went with the same style and created a fold. I'm not exactly sure how she folded the pages, but this is what I'm doing. So I'll fold this in all the way to the spine. So I'll use a bone folder for this portion and then fold in one more time. So you're going to fold this in quarters. And every other page we're going to do a different fold to it. But it's these 2 folds for the entire book. So the first one is going to be a quarter fold. And obviously this is going to be a little hard to tuck under here because this doesn't work for this. But I'm not so concerned about that. Now the next page I'm going to fold down into the spine. And this, I do want a sharp crease to it. The next one, I don't. I want to leave it a little bit loose. And you'll see at the end why. So I'm just going to tuck this in right there. You can press a little bit on it, but do not use a bone folder to give it a crisp edge. So this part I'll put underneath the marker. Now this, as you can see, I was going to do a different fold on it. So I have it score line there. But with the new design, you're not going to be able to see that. So this I'm scoring. So this part, once you have this in, this part I will press with the bone folder and then one more tuck and press this. And you want to be, even with this, because otherwise you're going to be able to see this portion. So just make sure you are fairly even. So same here, the first one's gonna be creased down and then this will not. I'm just gonna fold it in and you can press it down a little bit, that's fine. Just don't use the bone folder. And you can use the bone folder on this side to give it a nice rounded shape. And then tuck it under. These are the 2 folds that you need to do for the entire book. So I'll finish this up, doing the entire book, and then I'll come back and show you the finishing part on the book. So this is a fairly simple design, and depending on the height of the book, you're gonna get different looks for it. The key to this is when you're doing that second one, so the first one's pretty easy, that first page, to fold in 4 in quarters and tuck it into the spine. The next one, you want to make sure that you're not sort of here with it, that you want to go straight into the spine. And that will be your guide so that you're always even with your folds, as opposed to sometimes in, sometimes out. So it's just 1 up, 1 down. Or I should say 1 down and then 1 up fold. But again, the spine is going to be your guide to make sure that it's always even. And then I found that just taking your bone folder and kind of giving it a little press here without creasing it gives you this cup effect here. And once you have everything folded, this is what the book looks like. So this is kind of the top view here, and then from the side, this is what it is. And I found that as I got towards the end of the book with the folding, the best way to do it is I just had the book in my lap and then had this part kind of overhang as I was folding these pages here. And then I will use this part to fill in with flowers. So again, just a book that doesn't have as many pages, or only use the center section of the book, maybe 200 pages. That way the book will stay more open. So I'll add the flowers to the top here. You can insert them in the little openings here if you'd like, to kind of help with the holding of the flowers, or glue some directly on here. So I'll add flowers and then show you the finished project. And then here is the final product. Now for the back, I did not film this. I should have actually. I'm sorry I didn't have this part. But what I did was I added 2 pieces of wood right along here. You can see the little bit of it here, because I wanted the book to be completely flat open like this. As you can see, it's just totally open versus it being round. I considered doing it round, but then I actually like this better. And it does stay on its own, so I'm not holding it. And then I added a sheet of cork board to the back to cover the design, to cover the wood pieces. And then I just did the flower arrangement and inserted the flowers in the various pockets right here. So you can arrange this as you wish, what works best for you, you know, depending on the flowers you're using, and then just fill in the vase. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please comment below. If you end up making this, post it in my Facebook group. I would love to see what you create. Thanks so much for being here, and I will see you in the next project.